Today I want to go over everything that I would definitely recommend all of you do before the new 5th inning program comes out, and quickly touch on a couple other things that really intrigued me from the most recent content update. So there is a brand new Diamond Quest map, and it's actually pretty different than all the other maps we've seen up to this point, because the epic reward on this map is this deluxe prime pack. So is it actually worth grinding? Is it better or is it worse than the other Diamond Quest maps just in terms of overall value and stubs you might get from grinding this? And to do this, this deluxe prime pack is actually in the store right now. So we can go head over there and check out the odds to see whether this is actually worth it or not. And I think there's a clear answer in my opinion. So if we check out the odds in the upper right hand corner, we see for a 95 it's 1 in 20, for a 94 it's 1 in 5, and then they're guaranteed 92 in there. So what do those cards prices look like, right? So for the 95s, they're going to be highest, and they're going to be, a decent amount. This is the price as of, just shortly after the update actually came out, so things could change. For the 94s right now, it's about between 20 and 25K. And then for the 92s, it is only about 5 or 6K. So personally, I just think the value is not there on this map, and because the epic reward, first of all, is not even guaranteed. And even if it is, you're most likely going to get a 5,000-6,000 stub card, right? So I think the other maps are just actually going to be better in terms of overall stub value. Just it's more guaranteed, right? Whereas this one, it's not. So this one, you could get a 92, 4 times in a row, and you could waste an entire weekend of playing this map, right? So, and with the 5th inning program coming out, and just over the next month with all these all-star cards and everything else coming in the game, we're going to be seeing lots of new higher overall cards soon. So I do think playing Diamond Quest for these stubs is still good to grind, but personally, I will be grinding other Diamond Quest maps instead of this new map with the packs, just so I can get that more guaranteed stubs. That's just the way to go, in my opinion. Now, we also know that this Prime program came out with all these new Prime cards, couple Prime packs as well, and also a new collection came out for Prime, which includes a final reward, at least as of now, with a 96 overall Lance Berkman, right? Now, the question some of you might be wondering is, well, can I use this towards Ted Williams? I mean, maybe you don't have him yet, and you were hoping you could get Lance Berkman and maybe use it, but you cannot. Lance Berkman is actually not in the Ted Williams program. However, I do think, don't just ignore this program, right? The Prime one. Grind out the program, get the other Prime cards, and this will be, a voucher in the next big Legends and Flashback collection. But for now, you cannot use it as progress basically in the Ted Williams collection, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, double XP and double PXP is going on right now. So everyone's going to be unlocking these boss cards, right? And I would do this collection for 50,000 for a 50,000 XP voucher in the 5th inning program. 5th inning program will actually, it sounds like, be shorter than usual. So that's why it's 50,000. And these boss cards are actually very, very cheap right now. This is when their prices typically are lowest, but they're super cheap. You could buy these cards. You could basically put in buy orders for these cards for 13K and pick up, all of them. But as we know, you get 2 of them for free. So you just have to buy one for 13,000 if you don't have the third, and boom, lock them in, and you get 50,000 in the next inning program. Now, you could invest in these cards too, because like I said, you could buy them for 13,000. Hank Greenberg probably is the card that's chosen by the fewest people. So in the long run, he might become the most expensive of these cards when their prices rise again, but can't guarantee it. Just kind of my 2 cents on that. So that is another option too for possibly making stubs in the future, where you can buy now, sell at a later point in time. If you guys max out the XP path, I would hold off on different XP goals. For example, on conquest maps, like I'm doing right here. I have 1 game to play, but I'm just going to wait until the 5th inning program drops, then come back into that, complete the map, get the 5,000 XP bonus right there, and you can do that with multiple maps. You can do that in mini-season with mini-season goals. You can also do that in some of these programs you have not finished, like the Prime one. Maybe in the Prime program, you get up to 60, 70 stars, whatever it is, before you can get 20,000 more XP, but get close with some of the, just do work on the missions, wait on the moments, and then you can come back, do all the moments, and unlock, all that XP quickly once that 5th inning program comes out. Just quickly finish all the moments. Boom, you have that. Also, one more thing to point out in terms of, just all this that I'm talking about, there is the March to October program as well that people probably forget about. Maybe you aren't interested in it, but for those of you that are, there is this. And basically what I would do is just get up close to the end of the season, save that, and then you can come back into it as that 5th inning program drops, finish off the season, win the World Series, and you're going to have a pretty good boost of XP in this program waiting for you. Again, you can do this multiple times, maybe for the next few inning programs, or maybe whatever you decide, you can do that. That is just another option. If you still need a bunch of XP to max out the XP path, I would hop in mini seasons and just focus on completing all the XP goals in there. There's a lot of just XP goals you can get through a mini season, in a weekend, a week, whatever, however long it takes you, right? But tons of XP in there. Plus, with that double XP, what you can do is I would focus on playing all the home games, right? So you can choose a stadium to play at, and then you can play just on a tiny custom stadium where it's just easy to be hitting tons of home runs. And with that double XP and all the home runs you're going to be hitting, you're going to be getting really as much XP as you possibly can just from the gameplay side of things. And then you combine that with the goals you'll be unlocking within mini seasons, and you'll be able to finish the XP path pretty quickly, I think. But yeah, just overall getting a head start with all the, waiting on the XP goals in different programs, conquest maps, saving them for the 5th inning program, getting the 50,000 XP voucher, and collecting all of that will give you significant progress towards that 5th inning XP boss card, and just allows you to sell them as quickly as possible when that drops for a bunch of stubs, which will be important with how many great cards we will be seeing very, very soon. And then when the 5th inning program drops, we also will be getting the June Lightning and June Retro Lightning cards that drop. So basically just keep up with your Spotlight programs for June, and then up to you whether you actually want to go for the Retro Lightning card. Obviously, it's going to cost some stubs. We'll see how expensive it actually is when it drops, but you could keep up with that too. But definitely the June Lightning. Just because these programs are easy, like they can get tedious and annoying. Like I totally agree with that, but they have seemed to have gotten slightly easier, like the missions and everything. So I would just get them done, pick up that Lightning card. Also, all of these cards are just going to go into big, Legends and Flashback collections in the future. So it's just important to keep up with all of that. And then Weekend Classic also coming. So get those ranked games in so you are increasing that rating for the increased rewards from Weekend Classic. And then also, as you can see on the bottom of the schedule there, All-Star content will be coming in a couple weeks. And we'll also be seeing like Home Run Derby cards. We'll be seeing MLB Draft cards. So there's going to be a ton of content and really high overall and really good cards dropping here in the next couple weeks. So definitely pay attention to that. Start stacking up your stubs. And I will probably have more videos out soon about all of that. So be on the lookout for those. But that's pretty much it for the video. That's what's coming up. That's what to expect. And that's kind of what I would focus on before the 5th inning program drops. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.